I'm just finna walk over there one day. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm finna go leave out the rec yard this way today, just to get a good glimpse at him, my nigga. And I'm walking. I'm looking. I'm like, damn, that's that is I'm like, Uncle Derek. The nigga took his shades off. You know what I'm saying? He real big cocky nigga, mouth full of gold, got a little afro, got his hat on. You know he a 3-4 time loser. This shit ain't nothing to him. That nigga took his shades off. And nigga say, nephew. I'm like, what's up? Nigga like, man, what the fuck you doing in here? That was the first thing he said to me. Just stay prayed up and keep moving.
Yeah.
You know, just send it up to God and keep moving.
No, that's 100, bro.
Yep.
Well, as much as you want to touch on with that, so but both raids when you was a teenager as well as when you was an adult, you went to jail.
I was like
both on
19 or 20.
Yeah.
That was when I went. They hit the spot and brought me back to that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Had everybody out there. Long story short, they took me in.
Yeah.
I had violated my probation because I was on probation for something petty like a driving or some shit like that there. But I was green to the law. I didn't really know much because I really wasn't getting in no trouble. That was like my first real charge. You know what I'm saying? It was a trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Took a nigga down and shit, I went in. Shit, I came home like 16 months later? I did like 16 months.
Did they catch you with anything? No?
It was like a constructive possession. As me being in that bitch, I would hit the law library. Cause I was fucked up, you know what I'm saying? The money I did have that was out there, that shit was tied up and gone. So it's just like I can't get no lawyer. Shit was fucked up at that time for a lot of people. So just scrap your boots on and ride out, you know?
Damn.
So yeah, the plea was, I guess, it was gonna be like 3 years, but they ended up busting it in half. But I ended up doing like total like 16 in and like 18 out. So it was like 34 months instead of like 36 months.
Damn, man, like at that age, the first time getting locked up, like to do it like an actual bid, what was that experience like for you? Is it segregated inside?
I mean, mind you not, like at that time, like my name was already ringing with the music shit, but it was ringing for other shit too, just because of where I was originally from. Richmond Heights, King Cole. It was a certain crew from that area that was notorious at that time. It's a lot that went into that, like a lot of bullshit that went into that. But at that point, you know what I'm saying? My name was already ringing, so when I got in that shit, a nigga ain't had no kind of problems. It was just like, it was really an eye-opener. Cause they put a nigga in the main jail, like in the main, that's like the worst part of the jail and that shit. And so a nigga in that bitch, I ain't had no problems. You know what I'm saying? My commissary sat with fat. I did what I wanted to do. I would just play the radio, listen to music, write music. So it was other young niggas in there with me too, homeboys that you just, like I say, you trauma bonding. I'm fighting this shit, they fighting they shit, you know what I'm saying? And we see each other every day, you know what I'm saying? So a nigga just got cool with niggas, bro, and just started forging relationships and friendships with guys, you know what I'm saying? So it was all hunky-dory, happy-go-lucky until niggas started catching time in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, remember the first nigga I seen catch time, Maurice McDaniels, I believe. Maurice McDaniels. Bro caught 45 years. I'm like, damn, bro, this shit real. You know,
he was a youngster too?
Maurice was probably like 4 years older than us, 5 years older than us. But some niggas had been in there next to each other in the same cells for 2 years type shit. Young niggas, my little nigga Juvie. Juvie caught, how long Juvie caught? Like a dub, you know what I'm saying? Supposedly, allegedly, robbing a bank. I say all them boys was innocent. Ain't nobody do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But fucking niggas just started catching real time. My boy, who I got cool with. That's the first nigga I seen catch a life sentence. Dollar. Yup, Lil Dollar from Enville. The first nigga I ever seen catch a life sentence. He slept like 4 doors down from me. You know what I'm saying? Seeing niggas going to trial and shit for murder. Cause it was a few niggas in the dorm with us that, you know, was in there for them hats. You know what I'm saying? Niggas going to trial and yeah, bro, I gotta go to deposition and jury selection. I'm hearing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Boy, my dog's like, bro, you get out, bro, just push with the music, brother. You don't need to be in this motherfucker right here. Nigga in that bitch fighting for their life.
Man, when you like jail and prison, when you around people who receiving like them football numbers, was it ever somebody you knew you was locked in with that ended up like taking their own life because they couldn't deal with it?
Nah, hell nah.
You know how you hear about that, like people commit suicide while they locked up because they can't deal with it?
Them boys getting up, that bitch going, they turning up.
Turning up.
Them boys get up, that bitch turning up. All the niggas that I know, because I got little partners, I got some partners in there right now with football numbers, 50 years, 60 years, life sentences. Man, them niggas up that bitch hanging. Not saying that they just making the best out of their situations, because at the end of the day, until God swing that door, can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just up that bitch, and once you flat-footed, when I say flat-footed, that's the nigga who walk the ground. Niggas flat-footed gonna get out there and walk their yard, gonna walk that track, and niggas find the lane and they stick with it. Niggas sending money home. You know what I'm saying? Niggas buying their mama's cars and shit like that. Niggas, it's some niggas out there doing their things. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't allow their situation to trump them. See what I'm saying? Some niggas gonna find the light in any situation. I don't give a fuck how dark it is outside. I'm gonna keep going till I find the light. It might be a little bit of light, but I'm gonna find it. You know what I'm saying? And that's I believe that's the That's that spirit, that go-getter. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't taking no for answers. I know niggas right now. I got a homeboy right now. I got a couple of, matter of fact, I can name 5 niggas I know for a fact who then went up that bitch with jersey numbers and then came home early and ain't have to tell on nobody.
On
niggas,
pills or something?
Pills, getting resentenced. I was in prison with my uncle. My uncle Derek, swear to God, I was in prison. I was in Madison CI. I'm up that bitch. You know what I'm saying? A few niggas I was up there with, you know what I'm saying? Some couple of young niggas and shit. I'm walking the track and I'm spotting this nigga every day. Like, I'm looking at this nigga like, damn, this nigga look like my motherfucking uncle, man. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really, you know, up there, it's kind of like you stay to yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is a nigga first rodeo, so I'm hearing all the stories and shit. But for the most part, it was just laid back cool on some whatever type shit. You know, niggas just tend to themselves. It get live now, but, you know. But I'm like, man, I'm finna go see, because every day I'm watching this nigga, I'm like, damn, that got to be on. I walk over that bitch, dog. I'm just finna walk over there one day. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm finna go leave out the rec yard this way today, just to get a good glimpse at him, my nigga. And I'm walking. I'm looking. I'm like, damn, that's that is I'm like, Uncle Derek. The nigga took his shades off. You know what I'm saying? He real big cocky nigga, mouth full of gold, got a little afro, got his hat on. You know he a 3-4 time loser. This shit ain't nothing to him. That nigga took his shades off. And nigga say, nephew? I'm like, what's up? Nigga like, man, what the fuck you doing in here? That was the first thing he said to me. What the fuck you doing in here? So after I went on and made that connection with, I'm real chill, I'm laid back even more. But at the same time, I went in and everybody that I was around, they fucked with me. All the niggas in the dorm was fucking with a nigga and shit. So it was just more like an experience. I even had an OG in that bitch. Mickey took me up on this wing, old Jamaican. Ran with the shower posse back in the days. You know what I'm saying?
You serious, right?
Swear to God, bro. Old Jamaican. Used to run with the showers.
I'm familiar with the shower.
Real talk. Like, and he would give me books to read. You know what I'm saying? My first time reading Rich Dad Poor Dad came from him. 48 Laws of Power came from him. Like, he would just, just brief a nigga, coach a nigga up on shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like prepping me for the outside world. You know what I'm saying?
So it wasn't no manipulation. You wasn't.
Hell nah. Niggas went
send off missions and they trying to get you to put.
Because I went green.
But I hear about that too.
I wasn't no green ass nigga. Niggas knew, like, you know what I'm saying? And up there,
know who to try.
Niggas know who, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas know. Not saying some niggas win, but I didn't get tried that way. Like, I wasn't no green ass nigga. Like, I was already streetwise before I even came up there. So I would conduct myself in a certain manner that the energy would be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? I would know who I can get next to and who, man, I'm gonna stay away from that nigga type shit. But just so happened, all the niggas in my dorm was just chill as fuck, laid back. You know what I'm saying?
God forbid somebody watching this has to go through being incarcerated, but hypothetically speaking, like, what's like 2 or 3 do's or don'ts you would tell them just to drop some game on them, dog?
Man. And just to clarify this, a nigga ain't glorifying that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? They ain't that cool about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because then when I left, I had little babies. So some of the times, like, even though it might not be but a year and a half, like, that year and a half was vital. You know what I'm saying? First steps, type shit, just the first bicycles, like little shit like that. Like that ain't nothing to glorify, dog. Don't never go to that motherfucker if you ain't got to. But on some do's and don't shit, I mean, just to be for real, just stay to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't get in the mix with niggas. Stay out of niggas' way. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Stay off drugs. Like, leave all that shit alone. But if the way that you live, like your lifestyle, you'll be more receptive to the shit that you familiar with and you used to. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, it's a difference between in the gate and out the gate. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's a different type of lifestyle. So when just me giving somebody advice from when I was there, you know what I'm saying? Stay to yourself. You got to utilize them times. Like I utilized that time to sharpen my skills up. My best friend in that motherfucker was the radio. Cause it was a radio station up there from Valdosta radio station, because I was like damn near close to, I was in region 3, like I guess close to the Panhandle, but it was North Florida. So we had a Valdosta radio station. They used to play them slaps on that motherfucker. All the new shit that was coming out there, playing, I'm hearing this shit. Mind you not, I'm in tune with the music. It's some niggas up here who knew who I was when I got there because they was getting the Ozone magazines in there. So they was familiar, you know what I'm saying? My boy J Ball from Manatee County. Dee Boi, what the fuck you doing in here? Just putting a nigga up on the nigga music. The Flood the Block tape, you know what I'm saying? Got cool with him. Couple of more niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying? So my best friend and that bitch was the radio. Just stay to yourself and just, you know, do you do until they swing the door for you, you know? But I utilize that time to get better.
Did you get into the gambling?
I mean, football pools, but it wasn't in like,
I hear that can be dangerous.
I mean, of course, because you dealing with, you gotta understand that your surroundings.
You gotta pay a nigga.
If you owe a nigga, pay him.
Pay a nigga.
But the way that it was ran up there, you gotta pay for your ticket up front. So
Okay.
It ain't no IOUs, you know what I'm saying? You pay for your ticket up front. I would just do that. I really wasn't even into sports. I would just kind of like do that to pass the time. I learned how to play dominoes, fucking with the Jamaicans, the dreads up there and shit. It was some cool people. It was definitely an experience.
You made the most out of it, though.
Yeah, it was definitely an experience.
Did that create a divide, or have you rekindled the bond that you missed out on with your children while you was locked up?
Hell yeah, because I came home straight to them.
Talk about like just that transition from being locked up, being away. You got a music career that's on the rise. You got a personal life.
It just make you feel like you
getting back out though, you know.
Like damn, I'm fucking up.
Readjusting.
Like I'm fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Like you never really see. Like, and this is something I heard Jay-Z say one time, dog, and I held on to this. He said the best way to see something is to not look at it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't out there to see this shit. So it's like, you can only sideline watch. You know what I'm saying? Because before I even got fucked up, like right before I got fucked up, I used to go to the radio station with DJ Pro Style down here. I forgot, was it 95.3 or something like that? DJ Pro Style, big DJ. He was in New York for a while doing this shit.
Damn, DJ, yeah.
Pro Style used to fuck with me. Shout out my nigga Garfield, you know what I'm saying? My nigga, All Pro, there was All Pro boys. They had a big movement down here, but Pro Style wanted to sign me to their scenario, to their other situation. She would call me to the radio station. They would play my shit on the radio. Even when I was locked up in the county, they used to play my shit on the radio then. Anytime I went to the county, I always heard my music on the radio.
I'm surprised you didn't say you
heard our shit on the radio.
You weren't battling nobody while you was up to say.
Yeah, man, they knew what it was. Niggas that jumped out there, but they seen that he ain't to be played with. I'm a fool with them words, you know what I'm saying? But that's just go back to just making the best out of whatever the situation, whatever life throw at a nigga, you feel what I'm saying? Cause niggas was in that bitch wanted to rap. It was some niggas in there couldn't rap a motherfucking sandwich. But at the same time, I let niggas hang out, bro. Do what you do, cause at the end of the day, it's making our time go by, and it's just like I'm cool with that. But niggas wanted to battle and shit, cause at the same, like they would hear me. They was used to hearing my music. You know what I'm saying? I was being in the joint every time I done went and hit the county. If I had to do a scratch, I always heard my shit on the radio every time. Every time.
They gotta put some type of motivation or a battery in your back, like once you get out, you know.
They do, but at that point, like hearing your shit on the radio and not knowing when you finna come home, like that shit is just like, man.
How long did you do all together? Like
I ain't never really add up the time.
No real stretch though?
Yeah, I ain't the longest stretch I ever did was when I was gone for like them 16 months. Like some shit like that. But it really wasn't like, oh, I did no You know what I'm saying? What I learned from my mistakes after that shit, man, if you gonna be, and it's just me telling all the niggas in the streets, if you gonna be in the streets in any kind of facet, have you some lawyer money. Have you some money for your attorney, dog. And that's real talk.